Okay, guys, I have to show you this. I'm not officially got the video even started yet. I'm getting ready to start the video, but as I'm unpacking the cards to do the Aries solar return today, the first things that come up are the devil facing off with the high priestess, and she was on this side of the devil when I opened this deck. So we are getting ready to do the Aries solar return here. So I'm just going to talk while I'm getting the cards ready. This is a, I don't know why they're in such a mess right now. Happy birthday, Aries. Hi, everyone. This is Nightbird here for the Aries solar return. I know we've been in Aries for maybe 2 weeks now. So sorry I haven't been able to get a reading done, but I've been moving. So, all right, I'm going to get these shuffled up. We're going to do the 12 months coming ahead. And guys, this reading we'll have something that anyone can take from, whether you're an Aries or not, because we're all moving through Aries season. And we all know people who are Aries, don't we? Fiery, fiery little bitches. We love them so much, guys. They bring a lot of zest and life to the table, along with some drama. That's just my experience. But okay, so I think that's shuffled pretty well. And we're going to get, so I've got all the months written down here so that I won't get lost during the reading. And also, I kind of want to do a little bit of talk about where we left the messaging off yesterday, because we had this card, which was number 8, which is, could it be a dragonfly? And I think I actually want to read that. We also, while I was cleaning up yesterday's reading, we got some other relevant cards. Another number 8, which was overthinking. Get out of your head and into your heart. Then there was a number 36 that came out while I was cleaning up the decks. Yesterday, numbers 36 was trust your gut from the Angels in Your Biz deck. So this one is an angel, number 36, at the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. The second chakra, the sacral chakra, is the source of our personal internal combustion engine, our power center. It's where we connect and draw chi to re-enliven ourselves. And so my immediate thought here is we're not going to be overthinking. We're going to be connecting to our power center in the sacral chakra, potentially by calling on the help of Archangel Ariel. Now we have this, could it be a dragonfly? So I'm going to go ahead and read that. That's number 8. And after that, there's another card here from the Dreamweaver's Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I got this one for $10 from Hay House. They had it on a special promotion, and I wasn't sure at first if I was ever going to use it, but as I've taken the time to get to know it and read it, it is a thoughtful deck, so I do enjoy the artwork. So, could it be a dragonfly? Essential meaning is seeing beyond the illusion of perception. Signs from the universe are all around. Recognizing the outer world as a living oracle and paying attention to the signs. All right, so this is right on with yesterday's messaging, because I literally talked about looking for signs in nature. Okay, so this says, there are days when you begin to notice just how in sync you are with the world. While you're thinking of a person, they call you, or you see their name on the side of a truck. You might need to know the answer to something important. Then you overhear just what information you need in the lyrics of a song on the radio. It's common to develop a relationship to a sign that always shows up when the spirit of someone you've loved and lost is nearby. Sometimes it's based in nature, like a feather or a butterfly. Maybe a dragonfly shows up to let you know you're on the right track. Now is the time for you to trust these signs in the world around you as a way in which the universe reflects you, witnesses you, and loves you dearly. Pay attention, as the entire world is your oracle. Uncanny and serendipitous occurrences remind you that you matter, that the universe is watching over you. Could it be a simple dragonfly, or is that a message from spirit speaking through its wings? Trust these symbolic moments. They are sacred and personal. All right, guys, trust these symbolic moments. I love that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the meat of this reading. And then I've got another card here from the Dreamweaver's Oracle I'm going to read at the end. But I'll preview it for you here. It's number 28. A firebird is called to soar. And this one came out while I was shuffling just before we started filming. So, guys, if this is an Aries card, if I've never seen one, right? That's an Aries card if I've ever seen one. You know what I mean. All right, we're gonna start off with whoop, a card from, wow, interesting energies today. A card from the Universal Tarot to see what major theme we may be dealing with in the next 12 months, particularly for those who have Aries as their sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. But also, you know, Aries does affect everyone's birth chart in one way or another. So, all right. What do we got, Spirit? What do we want to see here that will let us know? All right, so we have the Emperor. I think this actually is the card of Aries. I think this card is associated with Aries. I could be wrong. Please drop a comment if so. So the Emperor, this is someone who is large and in charge, sitting in a solid position in their own world. And it can also be someone who is presenting with a masculine energy. Doesn't have to be a male, but someone who is an authority figure, taking action, maybe having emotions like sternness or anger or whatever are considered masculine emotions, quote unquote. This kind of thing. So this is the energy of the Emperor. This can also reflect what's going on around us in the world. You know, politically, we're in a time where there is a person who is acting as if they are an emperor. And so that could be something that this Firebird is called to soar to address. If that resonates with you, this could be a sign right away, guys. So also we had the dragon, Year of the Dragon last year. And we did the Dragon's Awakening. And it is perhaps now that people are stepping into this fiery sovereignty represented by the Emperor, which I do believe is the Aries sign. In fact, I think those are rams right there on the little arm holds of the chair that he's on. Yeah, and those are ram heads on the side. So Aries, it's your call to be yourself this year. Large, charged, proud, loud, laying it down. People are going to pick it up, whatever it is that you're laying down, because you're saying it with authority. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, to be honest, unless they have something logical and rational that will persuade you. Something else about the Emperor that's important is this is a person who's in a position of power, but they're still wearing their armor. They got where they're getting by earning it. They've put in the time with boots on the ground, guys. So, all right, this Emperor's also still ready for a fight. He's not really holding a weapon, though. He's holding a symbol of authority, which also resembles the cross. Interesting, guys. Take what you will of that on the symbology. All right, so let me make sure I got those correct. We got cards now that I'm going to be bringing out for the next 12 months. So let's just shuffle and see what comes out. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being with us as we searched for messages from the divine. All right, I like that. As we look into ourselves and see what resonates, as we use our own discernment and inner wisdom to sift through whatever information we may be receiving and to understand how it applies to our own situation by using critical thinking and by detaching from our emotional investment to whatever story is being told. Because there are a lot of stories that people are telling themselves right now, but are they true? I don't know, guys. All right, so interesting. The cards don't usually come out like that, but this is how it was. And I'm gonna go first of all to the last card that came out. I'll try to drink the coffee while it's still even lukewarm. So we got the Emperor energy we're starting off with. The last card we're gonna come up to is the Page of Cups. It was in reverse. Did I not check to make sure these were upright? I did. So Page of Cups in reverse is the last image there. So when I think about the Page of Cups, I'm going to look at it upright here. We have an otter. And an otter is a youthful and playful and typically joyful creature, one who mates for life, one who plays at the surface of the water. Those are emotions, but can also dive deep into those waters. There's a yellow background here also, which is a positive, positive indicator. It's like the Sun card coming out in its own way. So in this Page of Cups, we see this youthful otter who's taken a pause and enjoying a beverage of some kind there, tea or whatever, and really contemplating the emotions in that cup. This is on reverse right now as we approach this entire year. So it could be, and especially since we had this overthinking, get out of your head and into your heart. Could be an echo of stop overthinking about your emotions. So maybe things are being blocked because you've been overanalyzing your emotions instead of like acting on them. So that's just a first hit here. I'm going to leave that up so it can be viewed throughout the reading. All right, so starting off here, I'm going to say that we're starting with April with the first card. Even though I know Aries season stretches back into March. So we're just going to go April and move forward to the year that way. So in this month of April, we've got the Death card. Good times, guys. Number 13, lucky 13. So if you've got triskaideka phobia, fear of the number 13, sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to trigger you. Okay, so after this Emperor energy, we have the Death card. So it may be something is coming to a heavy halt, and you're going to have to do some heavy lifting to rebuild whatever it is that is ending in this time period right now. And again, it could also be a reflection of the world happening around you, and you having to remain the steady rock while things are coming to this strange conclusion. Now, on this Death card, we see a cave and a spiral, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. So this talks about how we are coming to the new dawn, whatever it might be. And we're at the end of a particular journey. So we're just going to have to keep going, move into the light as the stereotype says, although, there are some that says that say that is a false light thing, drawing souls back into the karmic loop. So that's something to investigate if that's interesting to you. But I would say in this image, we can take it just pretty much straightforward. Move towards the things that are lighting you up, guys. So in April, we have the Death card. Something's coming to an end, and we're going to follow the things that are lighting us up and just try to, remain calm, large and in charge, take the actions that we have to take to keep our world in order. In May, we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so I love that. Brand new opportunity in the material world. So if, your world has been shooken up a little bit, shooken up? Is that a word? Shaken up? I write grammar textbooks for a living, by the way, guys. But I speak differently than I write. So the Ace of Pentacles can be a brand new opportunity. So if you've had some financial crumblings or things coming to an end, there is a new possibility here that's going to be available to us real soon, in May, in fact. And so that can also be a new idea or a new start of something in the material world. So if we have an ending, we have a beginning right after it. In fact, that coin could fit right through that slot almost. And it's not a coin, it's a sand dollar. Wow, that's a really interesting depiction for the pentacles as a sand dollar. I never thought about that. It has this pink running, excuse me. It has a pink ribbon running through this sand dollar and a star in the center. And that pink ribbon relates to the high heart, which is our personal, individual connection to the divine as I understand it. And through that star in the center depicted there, we are that star. So whatever this opportunity or windfall that's coming to you around the material world in May, it is something that's going to resonate with you at a higher level. And it's something that you're going to come into because you've been elevating as a star. And you're shining that energy and it's being attracted to you. So I feel like this could be a new opportunity, someone wanting to invest in you, or a windfall of some kind that you weren't expecting, or even just a break, like you get a reprieve on a bill or something like that, or a loan forgiveness, something like that. All right. So then in June, after the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Beautiful. The first card of the deck, number 0 card. So this talks about being a blank slate and having that beginner's mind, and having faith like someone who's never been wronged before and never been hurt before and never been betrayed before. This Fool is someone who's ready to give their all to whatever this venture is. They're going to go open-hearted into it, but they're not without resources. The dog is carrying its own stick to play with there. So that is having the inner resources, particularly to create your own joy as you're moving into whatever this new opportunity might be. So yeah, Fool card, the word most associated with it is probably faith, guys. So if you have been through a death moment, which means something has come to an end and there's a new start coming up, it could look really scary, and you could feel like this death warmed over image here of this very stern person who has to like really keep it together. But don't forget to take that little chasing stick of joy there as you're going into this. And remember that this can be a wonderful time of creation. Yes, there's been destruction, but we also get to do something new. A firebird is called to soar, right? We're rising from the ashes as that phoenix. As the Fool, we haven't been broken. Nothing can break us. We're rock solid. Honestly, that is an Aries. Aries has a willpower unlike any other in the zodiac, in my opinion. All right, so for July, after the Fool, we have the Ten of Wands. Love that. Okay. So the Ten of Wands, classically, this is the person who's coming to the end of a very long path, and they're carrying this bundle of wands on their shoulder or in front of them. And it's been awkward and it's been long, blah, blah, blah. But it is the end. This is a 10. It's the end of whatever this struggle journey has been, whether it's been a relationship or a passion of yours, like a business. You're an entrepreneur and it's had its ups and downs, or whatever this is. The 10 also represents everything we've earned along the way. So this is a card of you having earned a lot. You've earned a lot of skills. You've earned a lot of expertise. You may have earned a lot of resources, actual physical resources, whether that is things you have acquired, or actual money, or community resources like a deep, deep network of people along the way that you've gathered twigs from on your passionate journey to create this bundle. So interesting, guys. So here for the first third of the year coming up, Death card, Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Ten of Wands. A major ending reinforced here with this Ten of Wands. The personal struggle associated with this major ending will also kind of be coming to an end as you move towards this Ace of Pentacles. With that Fool ready to take that new leap and also bring in some fun to the situation instead of it being so grim and serious all the time. Death, struggle, the Emperor. We gotta be a little bit of a puppy, guys. We gotta have a little fun. We gotta frolic. We gotta bring joy to it. And maybe visit the beach. Just saying, if you have an opportunity to do so, guys. All right, so that could be important in May, guys, connecting with the water, the beach, marine ideas, creatures, deities, whatever. All right. Yeah, channeling your mermaid energy. So moving on to August, then we have the Two of Cups. Love that. This is often a soulmate card. This is two people who are pouring streams into each other, streams of energy, streams of revenue, streams of emotion, especially since this is the Two of Cups. This does not have to be romantic, but it can be, and it is often taken as a romantic soulmate card. This can also talk about bringing your own emotions into balance, particularly when we're talking about masculine and feminine. So here we have the very, stern masculine energy here. It could be by August that we get to bring a little bit of softening and balance to that, and to let a little bit more ease into our life, a little more relaxation, a little more luxuriousness, pouring into cups with individuals that we're surrounded by, and enjoying life with individuals close to us. I feel like August is going to be a really good time for that kind of midsummer sustenance, really eating the fruits of the field and picnicking and standing in the sun, chest open to receive the, beatification of the rays. This kind of thing, I think August is going to be really beautiful, and it may be especially shared with another person, or shared with you, recognizing how you're coming into balance within yourself, whether it's by being having more feminine qualities exhibited if you're typically in a masculine energy, or whether if you're very feminine, typically you might recognize how you're becoming a little more masculine in your life, maybe taking more actions or being more assertive, something like that, guys. So I feel like August is going to be a bit of a breather month where we're going to get to relax and enjoy and luxuriate a bit in emotions, especially. So what kind of emotions are you wanting to have this year? This Page of Cups maybe has put a lot of thought into it, but it's time to just have those emotions. Create the circumstances that bring emotions that you want. If you love going out dancing and that brings you great emotions, but you don't do it because you're not getting invited, find a meetup group or go to a public place where they're having lessons. And I know that's easier said than done if you're an introvert or a germaphobe, or, sorry, germaphobe is a judgy word, but you know what I mean. If you're concerned about going out and getting illnesses, you also have to put actions towards the emotions that you want. And that's also part of the masculine energy is taking action. Not that feminines don't take action. You know what I mean, guys. They're all a balance. So anyway, what kind of emotions is it that you're wanting to bring to this next year? Because that's what you want to be practicing. 2 is a beginning number, so it also talks about practice. It may be that you've become a whole new person, and you have to practice being who you are now with the people who've already known you, and that can be a balancing act as well, especially if you're in a long-term relationship or with family members they're not used to you maybe standing up for yourself and being large and in charge, and they're not used to the reborn you, the phoenix arising from the fire, this fool that's coming out with what the hell ever it's going to come out with this year, because all bets are off. Anything can happen right now, guys. So this might be you coming into a new balance, a new equilibrium with people who are important in your life. Wow, just saw the 22:22 on the clock there as I was holding up the Two of Cups. So major soul mate mirroring, numbering there. Huge numerology messaging coming through. So look up 2222 or 222. I've mostly been seeing multiple 4s lately. So, all right, I'm going to go on for August. After August, September, we have the Nine of Cups. Love it. So this is individual emotional happiness, one's own cups filling over. So by completing this process in August of coming into balance emotionally with multiple people, situations around us, this could be clearing whatever that death has been, the ending. And as we've gone through this new beginning and, learned lessons and all that, and balanced and cleared away those emotions, now we're much freer to flow and overflow, and that can be considered feminine quality also, an overflow of emotions, and not blocking that is really important. Here in this Emperor card, we see in the background there are still flowing streams behind him. They're coming down from the mountains. His insides are alive and well with emotions, even though his exterior may present differently. So if you have to keep a stiff upper lip in certain situations, you can't show your cards, whatever that might be, it doesn't mean that you can't have a very emotionally satisfying life on the inside. And I love also that this has a rainbow ribbon at the top of it, which signals a balance of all the chakras to me, as well as the idea that all people are created equal, just the way that they just the way that they were born, guys. September, Nine of Cups. This is the wish card. So again, with this Page of Cups that's been in reverse, what is it that you wish for emotionally? And stop being blocked on that. What's blocking you from getting those emotional wishes? Is it your own beliefs about emotions? Maybe, you're someone who has wanted to explore your sexuality and you've always denied yourself that outlet to do so because There's been a voice that has been programmed into your head that is wrong, quote unquote. Maybe it's not wrong. Maybe you were born a certain way and that's all right. I know those are uh, dangerous words in times like this, but um, we have to be who we are, whatever lifetime we're given to be that in, because this is the only lifetime we'll be who we are in this particular instance. So let's make the most of it, right? Okay, so September, October, we have the sun. Wow. I feel like if you are on this path of uncovering your most beautiful emotions and reconciling with others and coming into your new phoenixhood here with that emperor energy, the fool energy, here's that sun card, which tells us that you're rising into your own glory, into your starness, into your own sense of deity, of Christ consciousness, of knowing who you are. And again, for an Aries, I think Aries know themselves way better than a lot of other signs do. They see things pretty clearly typically. And I think, if Aries, if you are true to yourself this year, you're really going to shine and have a lot of opportunity for emotional fulfillment with others and on a personal level as you get a new start on something that you're going to be passionate about, really loving this, guys. So that's October. We have the sun. Then in November, we have Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So we had the Ace of Pentacles next month in May, getting new offers and opportunities in the material world. Then in November, we have the Ace of Cups. So new opportunities in the emotional world as well. This could be a love offer. It could be you offering a cup to someone. And it can also just be that you have you have so much filled your own cup now that you've elevated to an ace status up in the air where other people can see how emotionally stable and solid and happy and overflowing you are. So much so that when you overflow, your emotions affect all of those around you and create this beautiful, lush, vibrant garden landscape, as we see on the classic Ace of Cups image in the Rider-Waite Tarot, where the cup is elevated and spilling down into a beautiful lotus pond. And that lotus pond represents the consciousness of having achieved oneness, of having understood that we're all in this together, and that as one rises, we all rise. And this is the Ace of Cups energy. It's a beautiful and soft energy, in my opinion, and can be considered a more feminine energy as it's related to emotions. So we have a lot of emotions on the table, guys. This is really interesting. This page of cups that it came out in reverse still kind of has me scratching my head a little bit. This can also represent a person. So it could be a person who's immature or offering, a little mini cup, and you've just decided to put that right out, for example. Or maybe, you've been making the tiniest little offerings emotionally and you've been holding back. And it's time to turn that on its head. And it's really time to overflow. And gosh, we have so many cups cards here, especially through the summer into the fall, guys. I feel like you're being called to really let your emotions be uncaged and to flow, and that is going to bring in this success whatever it is that you are going after, this success, right? Okay, all right. So excuse me so much. All right, so in the first 4 months from now, we've got that Death card and the Ten of Wands, something coming to an end, new opportunity, and the Fool taking it on, right? And then in the second 4 months, August through November, we have that Two of Cups and Nine of Cups and Ace of Cups, right? With the sun right there in the center. So being yourself truly and authentically, and holding your boundaries and speaking your truth and all of those things are going to bring you a lot of emotional clearing, cleansing, and satisfaction, guys. Those are all good cups cards coming out there. All right. So then in December, We have the Six of Wands, beautiful, a victory card along that passionate path, whatever it might have been. This Ten of Wands that we've left behind, this Ace of Pentacles that we're picking up with a new start, maybe even the Ace of Cups, which could be a new start. They're leading to in December, this Six of Wands moment. And a moment like this is one where you're recognized for what you're bringing to the world through your passion. So this could be your contribution as a teacher. It could be your enthusiasm for kids sports. It could be, whatever way you're making a contribution. The poems that you publish every day on Facebook that give people a small amount of cheer and rouse their own creativity. Whatever this is, it's people recognizing you in public. It's a little bit of an accolade along a way station of personal achievement. So this can also be spiritual. It can be that you're recognizing your own progress after you've made all of this emotional leap and gains during the earlier part of the year. So this is the guy who's riding into the town on the horse with his wand erect, and everyone around him has their wands up and they're like, huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. So we got some good accolades coming to you, I would say, coming in December. So maybe end of year review might be really good from an external source, or even from yourself. You might look back and be like, all right, this is good. I've survived whatever this death was. I've come a long way, and I'm ready for whatever the new year brings on. And that January card is the Four of Cups. All right, I love that this comes out. Typically, the Four of Cups is kind of a wimp womp card in the way it's depicted on a classic deck, where there's a lady who's got, cups that are empty and spilled and all this, and she's got her head on the desk and she's like, meh. But in this Four of Cups, look at all those cups pouring right back into the one big cup. So this is talking about taking the good from any situation and pouring it back into the cup. This is recycling our own energy and refreshing our own cup, and also allowing others to pour into our cup so that we're refreshed and restored. This, to me, in this deck, is a community card, and a card of give and take and receiving and resting, and also receiving reward for having put out so many cups to other people in your own time. So the Four Cups can also be a call for one to stop ruminating about something from the past. If you're pouring a bunch of little thoughts into your mind of this past situation constantly, you're just going to be refilling your mind with that same emotion. So if you're in January and you're, looking back and you're like, oh, the past, blah, blah, blah. We're not in the past anymore. A firebird is called to soar, guys. Here's that fool who's taking a new leap. All the things are coming to an end. The Death card, the Ten of Wands. So we're not looking at past emotions anymore. We're looking at who we are now and who we're becoming and what emotions we want to be as a fresh spiritual person in the world. Imagine you're a spiritual teenager. What kind of emotion, energy, and actions do you want to bring to the world with your fresh enthusiasm, guys? We can be reborn as often as we want to, just by saying it so. All right. So then in February, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So we had this Ace of Pentacles at the beginning of the year. The fact that we're leaping to the Queen of Pentacles by the end of the year tells me that we get where we're going in a hurry. If we have this plan that we're taking a leap on, I feel like it's going to be well underway and under a good control by February of next year. So in less than a year, whatever it is that we're launching now, you could feel like you're in a masterful position over that venture. This Queen of Pentacles is someone who is the slow and steady wins the race. We've got this Elephant card here. And also, it's not just the Queen. She's got her child with her as well. So this, too, is a card of doing with others, building with others, having security with others, making a safe space with others. There's definitely the one who's in charge and who's in the lead. She's the matriarch here. But you see and feel the love that comes with this card as she protects, shelters, and nudges this youth forward into the future of a world that may seem unsteady. She's the rock. And so underneath this, Ace of Pentacles, whatever, taking the leap that we don't know into what is coming, is this rock energy, this very steady, matriarchal, grounded energy, in which, you know, elephants, they're tribal animals. They move together in herds. There are, you know, definite leaders and there are definite followers, and neither one of those is good or bad. We're all leaders and followers to different people in our own turn. And it may be that some people are very much being called to rise into that power. We have that Fool card at the top with the sun underneath it and the Queen of Pentacles below. So it could be that you're being called to a position of leadership in the material world in some way. And that could be taking the helm of your family. It doesn't have to be being a politician, you know. It could be that you are heading up a community garden in which, you know, that's going to help other people in your surroundings whom you care about be able to eat and have food security in a chaotic world. That's something one can do at a very basic level. That isn't like a grand gesture that the whole world is going to notice and comment on. It may be something only people around you know about, and that's okay. Nobody has to know all the things that we're doing. We just can act and live, and keep things in the tribe if we need to, in order to survive, in order to get through whatever chaos the year is bringing to us, guys. So then we also have, so March of next year, bringing us up to a year, the star. I love it. So we've already had many indications of the star coming up. I've mentioned it with this Firebird, fiery energy, with the star right in the center of that Ace of Pentacles there. The sun itself is a star. I think this Queen of Pentacles, she's got the sand dollar on her forehead that also has a star in it. Excuse me, I'm so froggy this morning. So yes, the star is the person who is waking up as an individual to their part of the solar energy, the divine energy, the energy of Ra, the sun god, if you will, Christ consciousness. We are one star amongst many, many stars. Every man and woman is a star, but only some of them see how they shine. Aries, if you haven't seen it already, this is the year for you to see how you shine. It's also the year for you to stop being emotionally immature, if that's been you, and really present your cup to the world. Really think about how you want to become more emotionally mature and have better emotional connections with other people. Also, this can talk about evaluating who's offering cups to you and making sure that that's going to be nourishing. You know, are they offering all of the qualities that you need for someone that you're going to return energy to? You know, if this is someone that, you know, you really need regular communication with someone in order to feel loved, and they're not willing to do that, that's probably going to be someone that's going to give you a bitter cup to drink. So this can also be a card of just being discerning this year with all of this cup's energy on who we allow a fresh start in our life, or who we allow to even enter our life, because the page can represent other people, and the Page of Cups, particularly an immature energy, but it can also be a fresh and youthful energy. So it's up to you, your call. Evaluate the people as they come and take it on a case-by-case basis. It's cold coffee now. All right, let's go ahead and read this number 28. And I don't think I actually showed the other card that had come out while I was pre-shuffling and cleaning up and all that, and it's from the Archangel Michael deck, and it was the very first card that I saw before I started ready for this reading, and it is number 29, Stay the Course. So it says, don't panic, you're not on the wrong path, you're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So here's that bumpy start with the Death card, and the new opportunities and new experiences with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups coming in. So if you're having a bumpy start, learn from your experiences and keep going, guys. That's that Queen of Pentacles. She's going to keep going no matter what. All right, so I'm going to read number 28. A firebird is called to soar. The essential meaning is being fully yourself, knowing who you are and who you're becoming, authenticity, and shining on behalf of the divine. You just can't make this stuff up, guys. Do you know who you are? What you truly value, what matters to you, and how you genuinely feel about things. Can you be that person without worrying what others think? You are a unique and special being with your own path, your own journey to travel. You have incarnated with a purpose built into your very being. You don't have to look for it you don't have to look for it ever. It's inside you and has been all along. This is something to celebrate. Just as a great symphony is made up of many instruments, each one integral to the whole, your special note is essential to the great song of life. You need to play your note and not someone else's. So at this moment, being yourself, speaking up about what's important to you, and making choices from an authentic desire to participate is always what's best for everyone. You've come so far in your life. It's time to be proud of who you are and what you have to offer the world. Like a firebird is called to soar, so are you called to express the fullness of yourself and shine. Just remember your true heart. It is okay to be vulnerable. Take off the masks you hide behind. Then and only then can you make an empowered choice to fly. Ready? The dream weavers think that you are. All right, guys, I really love it. I'm going to get an oracle card from the numerology deck here because the 222 came out so strongly specifically. And let's see what we've got. On the bottom, number 57, teaching and learning. So that Queen of Pentacles could be a mentor, teaching and learning. You could be a teacher. All right. So 32, music. All right, so it could be that music is going to be a very important part of how you're expressing yourself this year, or how you tap into your emotions and allow your emotions to flow, or even something that brings you material gain this year in some way. Maybe music actually helps improve your health because you decide to make more intentional choices with what you're consuming when it comes to music. Maybe you're going to listen to something that you feel uplifted by instead of something that rouses your passions or your anger. I know for an Aries, it's really easy to follow the path of having your passions roused. It's the natural state. This is a red card that we've drawn here. But music is something that can incite the passions, but can also soothe it. So it's up to you to take this Two of Cups balancing stance with your emotions. Do you want to be inflamed by music? Do you want to be soothed by music? Use it deliberately and let that come to your life in whatever way it's meant to in the next year. I'm going to read this one because I've never drawn this card before. So number 32, it says, this card indicates a need to listen to music you enjoy in order to improve your health, well-being, and overall quality of life. Playing, singing, composing, or listening to beautiful music that fills your heart with joy automatically raises your vibration and enhances your connection to Source, because you attract what you feel in this magnetic vibrational world. When you consistently feel good, you can make your dreams come true. Music is the ultimate way to bring yourself into alignment because it only takes a few minutes to sing your favorite song in the shower rather than worry about your day. Listen to inspirational music while driving rather than stress about the traffic, or play your favorite CD while doing housework rather than fret about the mess. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to listen to music that you love. It truly has the power to heal your body and your life. When you fill your heart with music, you can manifest your dreams. And so the affirmation is, the healing power of music brings me closer to my dreams. Absolutely love that, guys. Here it says, music is the ultimate way to bring yourself into alignment. And that's true. Yesterday, before I sat down to do the reading, I sat and drummed for just a few minutes, and it really helped me get into the right headspace in order to film the video and bring in messages from Spirit. All right, Aries, this is your reading. Here we have 4444 on the clock. That's a great number to end on. Blessings to you all. Happy solar return. Everyone have an amazing, beautiful weekend. It looks like we have a very powerful year coming up energetically. The next 4 months may be rocky and feel like we're having to make a new start, but we need to have faith in the lessons that we've already learned and the resources we've gathered, including community, and we've got to stay the course there. We're going to have a lot of emotional fulfillment, expansion, and overflowing there as we rise into our personal energy with the double solar energy with the sun and the star, masculine and feminine in balance right there, guys, with the Two of Cups reflected in the sun and the star. Also, we have opportunities for acclaim and for a steadying of the material world and pouring into cups with other people, especially through music, any and all of this, guys. So there it is. Watch out for overthinking. Check in with your second chakra. Make sure it's in tune. Call on Archangel Ariel for any messages that may be downloadable from that direction. And don't forget to look for your signs and synchronicities in nature as well with this Could It Be a Dragonfly card. Many blessings, everyone, and much love. If you feel called to donate to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. All that information is on the write-up for the main page of the channel on YouTube. Have a blessed day, everyone. I love you.